It's time for Coming in Hotter, Sens post-game show.
We are live from the Sports Interaction Studio. My name's Cody Gaudreault. Brent Wallace will be joining me a little bit later after this 4-1 Senators win over the New Jersey Devils. That's Linus Ullmark's first game back. I want to see in the chat. I'm already seeing a little bit of reaction, but how happy are we to see Linus Ullmark back, especially the way he looked amazing, a 963 save percentage. Are you kidding me? To start off, first time he comes back. Zoe, I see you in the chat. Don't worry, we will get you a quote from Linus because, of course, it's a huge night from him. But while he's talking to him, actually probably right now, like I said, he'll be joining us. But yeah, he got a lot of love from when he come back. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Personally, I'm really happy to see him back. Just knowing, or from what we know, what he has gone through, it's just great to see him back. It's great to see him in a better spot. But yeah, and him to come out with a win, it's just such a nice story. Getting the first start of the game too, also only letting in one goal on 27 shots. That's really good. There's no other way to put it. A lot of random stuff in this game while we were watching it, like like you guys are talking about the broadcast cutting the Ullmark interview, Eli Manning being here. Like, I know it's because of his daughter's hockey tournament, but just an odd thing to see. It's like that meme of like, what the heck's a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? Like, you're not supposed to be here, but he was. But yeah, no, it just overall a really good game by the Ottawa Senators. Two goals coming on the power play for those guys. Another one coming out of an empty net. So, if you really want to think about it, but the guys talked about it on the main show, starting a little bit of, expressing a little bit of frustration towards the power play, how it looked a little bit, it didn't look like a top 10 power play, even though it technically still was. Tonight, though, they were way back. Like, they were back to that point, man. They're not winning that game if it's not, for their power play. Brady Tkachuk gets the first one, and then Dylan Cousins the second one. I was about to say pretty early, really, really early in the third period, which would end up being the game-winning goal from the workhorse from Whitehorse. Brady, just in general, great game from him, a 3-point night, goal, 2 assists. The captain's back. That was the first game where, like we've talked about it before. Sorry, like Tkachuk not exactly looking like himself, and he's had, ever since he's had that new trio with Greg and Cousins, he's looked a lot better. And this game is like, the peak of that. He got 3 points. He got, not exactly sure how many hits he got, but I definitely saw him lay a couple out there. Let me actually get you the exact number here. 2 hits, 1 block shot. He looked like himself there. And yeah, the penalty kill, guys. The penalty kill. The Senators penalty kill. The 2025-2026 Ottawa Senators penalty kill went 5 for 5. Are you kidding me? How happy are we to see that? In the chat. Sorry, I'm not keeping up in the chat exactly so far, but I'm seeing a lot of happy. Josh talking about Connor Brown playing some handball. Yeah, we'll talk about that because that was just a weird play, man. That was just weird in general. Sanderson, another 2-point night. Silent Sens, you're bang on with that. Goaltending absolutely helped. But yeah, Maley, you're on. Sens having their identity back, that's a completely reasonable thing to say because they looked dominant. Like, money pucks deserve to win-o-meter. Not something I usually rely on because, the numbers aren't the be-all, end-all, I feel, when it comes to, looking at which team deserves to win or which team played better. But this time, 78% the way to the Sens. So they played pretty darn good. Every advanced stat for that game is pretty much on the Sens side. I'm seeing also some concern in the chat about Thomas Chabot. Yeah, it is concerning. Came out of the game after playing. I'll get you the exact number here. After playing 16 minutes of ice time. They called it preventative measures, which is usually a good sign, a sign that something's not too bad. But again, it would be a huge loss for the Sens. I don't think I have to say that. But yeah, hope he's okay. I got a lot of hope for it. And obviously, we saw him jam his wrist when he was giving a little shot. If that's really what it is, it's scary. You never really know what happens, in a wrist or something. But yeah, I have some hope that he's okay. It was great also to see Halliday back because that collision against Colorado was pretty darn scary. He didn't even play 6 minutes of ice time. Again, lowest on the Sens by more than a minute. But yeah, I'm just happy to see him back. I'm not really surprised he played that little ice time. He was wearing a non-contact jersey at practice this morning. But again, it's good to see him back. I'm talking. Brian Cousins is something I completely forgot about, chat. Oh man. Yeah, he did have another really good game. Not me looking at my ice time sheet, looking for a name that starts with a B and not realizing that it's still listed as Nick Cousins, even though the chat doesn't want to go along with that. He got 14 minutes of ice time. So had a lot of ice time. He played on that third line, of course, with Pinto and Giroux, which that third line, man, they're playing good, but they're getting a lot of ice time. So I guess Green just loves them. I don't know what else to really add on that. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm seeing a lot of Brian Nicholas Cousins in the chat, guys. Is that just what we're referring to him as now? Like, if I say Nick Cousins, are you guys even going to know what I'm talking about anymore? Oh man. BNC. All right, Annie. All right. Unfortunately, I don't have footage again. Of course, Josh, you're wearing that jersey. 3-0. Nice. Or 3-1, sorry. But you're not allowed to go to games anymore. That's probably just the rule from now on. But yeah, he's playing great. He's having like a resurgence. Like, talk about a guy who, hey, he scored 100 points in juniors, right? So he's just the best. Let's talk about not the Timo Meier goal, the Connor Brown goal. Sens legend, by the way. So I saw someone, I think it was Annie, saying it earlier in the chat, that you saw the replay and immediately you said, oh, that's a no goal. Fair enough. Seeing that replay going directly from his hand onto Ullmark's stick into the net, that's a no goal in my mind, at least 9 times out of 10. And I think you guys absolutely agree with that. One thing that I did find a little bit interesting is that when, they reviewed the play and actually called it a no goal. Sorry, guys, as I'm pulling up something here. The referee, Justin Kay, when he overturned the call and said no goal, by the way, Buffalo draft pick, that guy. He said it was no goal because of a hand pass. So there's nothing in the rule book exactly about overturning a goal because of a hand pass, unless it was, actually a pass to someone and then they scored. So the rule basically goes, if you knock the puck into and then you gain an advantage out of it, it's a no goal. But I don't know. To me, it fell under the rule of closing the hand on the puck, which Connor Brown did do. But, tomato, goal ends up being a no goal. The result ends up being fine. So there isn't much to read into there. I just thought it was a little bit interesting. And as soon as that review went up, it went by a lot faster than I thought. I honestly expected a longer review. uh, because you know, you see it all the time. A player actually close his hand on the puck and then immediately put it down, which you could argue is what Connor Brown did. The rule book literally used the word immediately, which is super vague. But yeah, I mean, the ending was fine. Connor Brown, like the reason I'm surprised it didn't take that long is because he put it down, or sorry, he grabbed it in the air, took, I want to say like a stride and a half, and then like he didn't straight up throw it, but he put it down definitely like towards Ullmark. So like that two stride rule, does it fall under immediately? Does it not? And obviously they ended up saying it didn't, but hey, I'm happy when I was watching the game that it didn't take too long. I didn't want to sit there watching the same replay for 10 minutes. But yeah, I think the refs got it right there because, you know, there's no way, like, even just watching it, like, forgetting about the rule book for a second, I think everyone in the chat is going to agree with me where they saw that and you were saying, that's not a hockey goal. I don't care what the rule book says. That's not how it should work. And I think that's a totally fair take. And I mean, look, it was a really important part of the game. That would have been 2-2 if it hadn't count, or if it did count. Sorry. So yeah, all is well that ends well in Sens land. So Brady Tkachuk gets on the board on the power play to start the game. I'm just going to go through the goals now. Then Timo Meier, the Devils' only goal is a pretty, like, it's a weird one. Like, huge puck battle behind the net. It squeezes out, and then it like Meier ends up pretty much all by himself. He's got the entire face-off circle all by himself. Ullmark, he can't see the puck, and by the time he notices, he can't go from his right post to his left post. Meier's got a pretty wide open net. I'd like Ullmark to react a little quicker to that, but it's definitely not the type of goal where you're just gonna, blame the goalie because, you can't expect a goalie to go from post to post that quickly. So yeah, I'm not blaming Ullmark for that goal at all. Again, like I said, at 963 save percentage, how many times have we been asking for average goaltending, and then we come out with that? Like, that's pretty good. Then Dylan Cousins, no goals in the second period, which like felt really awkward because it felt like a lot was going on in that second period. But yeah, nothing crossed the goal line, which actually I'm looking back now. I could have sworn there was at least something in the second, but no. And then to make it 2-1, Dylan Cousins again on the power play and again an assist from Brady Tkachuk. Or well, it's his first one in this case. But yeah, Tkachuk puts it on net, and then Cousins wins the puck, wins the position battle like pretty dominantly in front of the net. I gotta say, against Brett Pesce, who, I mean, that guy had didn't have his greatest game, but he's a really good player. But yeah, Dylan Cousins just out muscles him in front of the net, takes the good position, and he's able to, knock that puck into the goal. Dylan Cousins, man, and that line in general of him, Tkachuk, and Greg, they're starting to become a problem for other teams in the NHL. Cousins is a point a game ever since he started playing on that line. Yeah, they're looking really good. I mean, how many times do I have to break it down? There are three guys that, you'd think play a pretty similar style of hockey, so you wouldn't want them all together, but it just works. And, I wish I had a better way, of talking about that line. Like, but I don't really, it just works. They're one of the lines that get a lot of shots on goal. Sorry. They get a lot of shots on goal. They avoid blocks for what that's worth. Their expected goals is a lot lower than, well, it's the lowest out of the top three lines. But their Corsi is 66%. Like, you can't ask for better, really. But yeah, it's gritty. That's just a good style of line, I guess, if that makes any sense. need I say more? Like it's really good. Why is everybody blaming Jensen in the chat all of a sudden? What did he do? Like, all right. I actually thought Jensen played pretty darn good yesterday, especially on his penalty kill, which again, Sens went 5 for 5 on the penalty kill. Like, what was I gonna say? Yeah, him next to Sanderson on the penalty kill. I looked at the stats and sorry, I don't remember the number. I was looking at it earlier today. But they're actually like one of the most efficient penalty killing defensive pairs, which surprised me a lot because Sanderson next to Jensen at 5-on-5 is actually statistically one of the worst pairs on the Senators right now, worst combinations. So I don't know. It's a weird play, but again, you go with what works, and obviously he had Sanderson's had to do a little bit of double shifting with Chabot gone. But I thought him and Jensen looked fine. Like, let's not make Jensen into the next Hamonic, guys. Like, he's not that bad. He's good. He's good. But yeah, it's true he hasn't been playing up to as he should have. But tonight he played really well, I think. I mean, what else is there to talk about? Like Zetterlund, Eller, Halliday line, that fourth line. Andy, if you want to put that lineup back up, they only got 4 minutes of ice time together. Zetterlund 7 minutes, Eller under 10. Like, you expect those guys obviously to get the short end of the stick when it comes to ice time. But we've been breaking it down a little bit before, talking about how usually when we see a Sens win, it comes as a result of Travis Green, spreading the ice time relatively evenly. This game, I mean, it is kind of the case. Those top three lines shared ice time pretty evenly. I mean, really, Greg, 19 minutes of ice time. Nick Cousins, 14. Yes, it is like a 4-minute difference. But yeah, it's it's nice to spread the top six. So not really surprised that everyone's talking about Halliday being quiet in that fourth line in general. But yeah, like when you barely see them on the ice, that's kind of what you expect. Oh my god, guys, you guys are being mean. Oh man. But yeah, Owen Ader Cousins looking really good on that. Oh my god, you guys are mean. Wally will find something salty about this game, I am sure, says Silent Sens. I specifically requested for Spicy Wally tonight. So we'll see which one comes out, whether it is the spicier or the saltier version. I asked specifically for spicy. So we'll see. We'll see. Because spicy tends to be a little bit more entertaining. Sorry, guys. Clevin and Spence, that third pairing. That's another thing that surprised me a little bit because, I mean, together, they're the pairing that got the most ice time. 11 minutes and 40 seconds with the two of them together. Now, that obviously comes after having to, move the lines around. Clevin ended up playing with Jensen for a while, and so did Sanderson because of the Chabot injury. But they looked reliable. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, at first, I wasn't a big fan because I don't like Spence being a third pairing guy. Just the type of player he is the type of player I like to see in the top four. And then, Clevin's Clevin. If there's a way you can get that guy more ice time, I say you do it all the time. But they played well, like very reliable. Their expected goals were really low. Yeah, so I mean, there's not much else to add. Clevin being a shot blocking machine. I mean, at least on the eye test. I'm gonna actually check if the stats back me up there. Clevin had 2 shots and Spence didn't block any. Well, there goes that. Jensen, by the way, for you Jensen haters, 4 block shots tonight. So Not bad. Not bad. But yeah, Clevin blocking shots. He laid out a big hit pretty early in the first period too in the corner. I forget on who it was. I think it was actually on Connor Brown, ironically enough. But yeah, just another really good pairing there. Let's get to my bets because it is something that I was a little bit worried about in the third period. Obviously I had to do something about Ullmark. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I don't know why I'm spoiling them before I actually get to talking about it. So this segment is brought to you by Sports Interaction Sportsbook and Casino. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. Bet with live odds on every play with Bet the action on every period, every shift, every shot with Canada's homegrown sportsbook. Sports Interaction. Ontario only, 18 plus. Please play responsibly. I swear to God, guys, I had my ad read up, but I still can't read it. We went over this. Apparently, Cody's illiterate. So, oh well. I got to start referring to myself in the third person like that, too. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. So the first one I had to put something down on Ullmark getting a shutout. All right. He let in that one goal. And again, we went over it. You can't really blame him for it. Well, you can't blame him for it at all. But plus 675 odds coming back after playing, after being out for more than a month. Like, you got to. It's a nice story. Again, didn't work out. But hey, can you blame a guy for looking for a good story? Next, I had Pinto or Giroux scoring for basically those two guys for opposite reasons. Pinto, who's the guy that did end up scoring on the empty netter, he's a guy that's due, man. Like, I don't know how long it's been actually since he scored a goal, but it felt due. Like, his line getting the amount of ice time that they do is just something that you expect, like he started off the season, he was leading the NHL. But couldn't get the puck across the ice. And on the Giroux side, again, like the exact opposite. Like this guy, he scored a goal against oh my God, I'm sorry guys, my train of thought is going all over the place. He scored against Colorado the last game. And I just thought, hey, maybe if this guy can start a streak, he's all over the ice for the past couple of games, even when he's not scoring. He didn't he didn't score in the 5 games before Colorado, so maybe it's time for him to start a streak. Obviously didn't score tonight, but I thought he looked pretty darn good on the ice. And then the next one is one that I was so close. Tkachuk to get more than 3 shots. He got bang on 3 shots tonight. Again, he's a shot machine, but I expected that second line to get a little bit more ice time than they did. It's probably just because of the because the game was so tight. You're going to play that Stutzle line a little more, and you're going to play that reliable Pinto line a little more. But yeah, so I expected him just to get more ice time. He's playing with that aggressive trio up front. But yeah, couldn't get one on net. Sorry, I'm still looking for Shane Pinto's last goal because it's been definitely been more than 5 games. As you guys are still oh my God, Zoe, that's not nice. That is not nice. His last goal was the Detroit game on the 18th. So pretty much, more than half a month ago, or less than half a month ago. But again, it just feels like so long for a guy who scored at the pace he was doing early in the year. But 1 for 3 on my bets. I can't really complain there. 1 for 3 for how long has it been actually since I went 0 for 3? Because I know I don't keep track of that. I mean, I'm sure somebody in the chat is going to remind me how bad I actually am. But anyways, please remember that every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. From puck drop to overtime, bet with live odds on every on every play with easy deposits and payouts. Go to sportsinteraction.com/cominginhot to open an account. Ontario only, 19 plus. Please play responsibly. This show is also brought to you by Bonisher Excavating. If you're a homeowner thinking about a new driveway, fresh gravel, or getting your property ready for a spring project, BEI can help. They supply quality aggregate and landscape materials at competitive prices, and they've got the equipment and experience to handle everything from a small residential job to a whole driveway work. If you want to get a quote or just learn more about it, you can visit bonisherexcavating.com or call 613-432-1120. BEI, helping shape the Ottawa Valley. And as always, please slow down in construction zones. This is usually where I point at another guy and say, finished line. I feel like I haven't said slow down in construction zone in a while, but slow down in construction zones, guys. And this show is also proudly presented by Beyond the Pale Brewing Company. They're locally owned and one of Ottawa's go-to craft breweries. Beyond the Pale is serving up some of the city's favorite beers with new seasonal releases always on tap. They've got 2 great locations, the City Center tap room at 250 City Center and their new Byward Market location at historic 21 George Street, where history, community, and craft beer all come together. 2 great spots if you want to just grab a pint or catch the next big Sens game. It's a great spot to watch those things. You can find more about them at btpshop.ca. All right. Again, I'm looking at the chat. People talking about, Pinto. Yeah, 3 goals this month. Again, this is just what other stuff I've been saying. This is not what we're expecting out of Shane Pinto. But if we want to get back to the real story of tonight, is Linus Ullmark getting the win on his comeback. Andy, if you want to roll the clip, just in case you guys didn't see that. Just listen to the ovation he's getting. So, I don't know if any of you guys were expecting differently in the chat. I don't think I was. I was expecting, the CTC to be welcoming to him, and I was really happy to see that was the result. Of course, the pessimistic side of me had some doubt, that he wouldn't receive that. But I was really happy to see it. Sens fan, you guys obviously just love your starting goaltender. And that's always great to see. He's a great goalie the way the Sens have been playing right now, there's no excuse, not to welcome him back. Sens, needed a reliable goalie. Reimer's been doing the job pretty darn well. But again, a .963 save percentage, if that's a sign of things to come, man, oh man, are the Sens looking good. I know I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but we will be getting a quote from him a little bit later, thanks to Brent Wallace, who should be joining us literally any second now. But Ullmark, I think the big turning point, of the game in general, but definitely for him, was that early stop that he made while he was kind of falling on his back. That was just great to see. That was one, it was a great shot, or it was a great save off of a pretty good shot. But yeah, just to see your goalie make an awkward save that, again, I don't think we would have been too harsh on him if that puck actually went in and crossed the line. But he stops it reliably so, really stable. And that really just, at least I felt watching it, that it gave the team some confidence in him, some stability. It let them take the chances offensively that they ended up taking, and that it worked out, obviously. But yeah, man, it just in general, it's great to see him back. Great to see him come back with some confidence. He looked confident in this game. like just in general, he looked really confident. He looked good. He looked stable. And yeah, Zoe, that's good for pointing it out. Like the guys just had his back in general. So yeah, it was really good. Did I mention too? He stopped 2 high danger chances just in the first period. That was probably one of them, actually, now that I think about it. But apart from that, like the 27 shots he stopped, only 3 of them were considered high danger shots. So it was really nice to see him on his first game back, the team really rally around him, play a pretty tight defensive game. Even though, like I said, they did end up taking some risks on the offensive side. Sorry, but it was great to see the team just rally around him, play tight for him. It was great to see. But I just see we have the Ullmark clip. Is that correct, Andy? Because I'm not sure. I'm seeing some messages, but I think we have it ready. Andy, if you want to just roll it. No, instead we have Brent Wallace coming in, not Linus Ullmark.
All right. Hang on. Hi, Cody. Things are a little bit skewy. We're trying to get this all put together. It's been busy trying to get from the locker room, listening to the guys, get the Ullmark stuff posted. Okay, so bear with us as I try to get through this. Nice to see you. Let's just quickly here is the Linus Ullmark post-game media scrum. I'll wait for Andy to have it. Andy, let me know when you got it. Then just run it. We'll just take it full screen. It's 6.5 minutes. But I think it's important to actually hear it all. You can hear the emotion. You can hear what he says about the day. I just think as opposed to running 30 seconds out of a 6.5 minute scrum, you won't get the idea. So when Andy has it, can he run it full screen? And then once that happens, we can also get on with the game. But yes, Andy, I'd like to run it full screen so that Cody and I aren't standing around for 6.5 minutes. That's the only reason. And I'm sorry to leave you. I'm sorry to leave you up here for so long. I see the show's been up for 32 minutes, and I apologize.
Oh, it's fine. You know I can handle it.
Well,
for a while.
No, so one of the reasons it's taken so long is I was hoping that Linus would be the first to talk, but he always likes to talk to Justin Peters after, and they sit there and they chat for a bit. So we did Brady Tkachuk and Jake Sanderson before the Linus Ullmark scrum. So everything just gets pushed back. So I apologize for being a bit tardy, if you will.
Shit happens, right? Shit happens.
Wally Jr., language.
Sorry, crap happens. Crap happens. I want to get us demonetized here after half an hour.
I haven't read the comments. I don't know what the mood is like, but I'm assuming the chat's pretty hopping right now. And
the chat's hyped about Ullmark. I don't think there's anything else to say. As always, they're bullying Nick Jensen, and they're bullying me. What's new there?
Okay, so 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So that's a Meatloaf comment. You wouldn't know Meatloaf, Cody, but
the food or the band?
No, Meatloaf, the guy, the band.
Yeah.
One of the best-selling albums of all time, by the way, Bad Out of Hell.
Yeah.
It was about 80 years before you were born. But anyway, Nick. Nick Jensen just didn't have a great game.
No, you didn't think so?
You just said they're bullying Nick Jensen, and you're asking me I didn't think he didn't have a great game.
Well, I'm asking you if you agree with the chat.
Well, of course, I just said I did.
Okay.
It's just not a great game. I didn't get a chance to speak to Travis Green, so I don't know what the update is on his partner Thomas Chabot, who left with a wrist injury. He's been hampered by wrist injuries in the past. We'll see what this is like. But just you know what? Like if you were to say, hey, sum up the game, it would just be emotional. Like I felt the whole game, even though it was a 1-1 game going into the third period, there was just a lot of emotion right from the warm up on, and so it had that moment. Like you knew that it was a different game, even though it played out the same on the ice. But every save, every shot just seemed to have a little bit more behind it.
Yeah. We played the clip a little bit earlier that you posted about the ovation that Ullmark got. But do you want to just give us a bit of a sense of how loud that really was, like in the building? Did it feel like people were like really
it felt different, but I don't know how to put this properly. It wasn't the loudest ovation I've ever heard in my life. It didn't take but you knew it was different than most on a regular night. You knew that it was different. It was certainly elevated, and you could feel it. And then, of course, you see Ullmark tap his chest or his heart, if you will. And he said in the room, if I ever get to post this long-winded clip that I have sent to our producer, it takes a minute to download, which is the issue. But he talks about the emotion behind that of trying to keep it together. And yeah, I can imagine if we just take out all the human, if we just take out all the game stuff and just add the human element, when you've got 18,000 people all A, looking at you, but B, behind you, it's an emotional moment. No question about it.
I'm sure he talked about it too, and we don't want to spoil it, right?
Well, we may have to, because the show may be over by the time it downloads.
I'll stay here forever. I'll stay here. Hey,
and by the way, the Harlem Globetrotters are coming in. So again, every time I'm doing this show from here, if it gets loud, this is what's happening. And
I didn't know they were coming to Ottawa.
Well, I didn't either till tonight. And I'm in the the Hard Rock bar area, if you will. And this was where the infamous, I guess, no, just be famous now. This is where Eli Manning spent his evening. So there's a lot of food left over. I don't know if he paid for everybody's cake and candy, but there's a lot of stuff still kicking around here. So I apologize. You can see it over my shoulder. I tried to move most of it.
Someone was saying earlier, that's why Wally took so long, because they saw the
eating.
Food in the background.
I'm like, there's full bowls of candy. Anyway, yeah.
Golly. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I haven't missed a meal in a while, so we're good.
Never hungry league, right? I remember seeing that on the broadcast. They showed Eli Manning, they ended up interviewing him, and they kept showing him once in a while. It's such a random
yes,
thing.
Totally random.
He's here for his daughter's tournament. We know that, but it's weird. I saw him and I was like, Eli Manning in Ottawa? What?
So my buddy post a picture on Facebook yesterday, grainy, shot from the other side of the arena, of him standing next to Eli Manning. And I'm like, I guess if you say it is, but it just looks like some blurry photo. And then I see him here, and he did Sens TV. He did Sens TV. He did the broadcast. He did another one-on-one. He took lots of photos. He was very accommodating. Good on him, because I'm not sure how much of the game he got to see, but he's certainly been very welcoming and did a lot of stuff tonight, which isn't common. And it's not very common to have. He also handed out a jersey in the stands as well. Sometimes when you're, no, I think it was a Sens jersey.
Oh, okay.
And I also think I've overheard, so I'm not sure this is 100%, but him and Brady either met or they exchanged jerseys or something to that effect. But it's normally they sit in a suite and they try to stay away. But hey, a two-time MVP or whatever it is, he was fully involved in this one.
Nice. The Patriot Killer. Yeah. The Patriot Killer.
Yeah. I'm not a Patriots fan, so I'm okay with it. However, I dislike the Giants immensely. And so it did tug at my heartstrings a little to clap for him.
Dislike the Giants?
Because I'm a Cowboy fan, Cody.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because I was going to say, if you're someone that's
everybody hates the Giants.
Yeah, but if you're a hater of the Giants nowadays, it's just twisting the knife. They already have enough on their plate. So
my buddy's a big fan of the Giants. He's got all kinds of gear in his house, and every time they lose, doesn't matter. I send him a text. Don't you worry.
It's funny. I mean, I'm a Niners fan, so I'm not really more or less. I'm pretty neutral on them, but whatever. We got an update on the.
No, I'm still waiting for Andy to let us know. So, outside of that, that's a pretty good game, right? New Jersey, I know they've been in a bit of a slide of late, and they're missing obviously Jack Hughes. That's still a pretty good team, and I thought Ottawa handled that well. Their early power plays that they had to deal with, I thought they did an excellent job. I'm trying to think now, 6 straight games or 6 of the last 7, somewhere in there, they've given up less than 25 shots a game.
Oh wow.
At home, I should say. Defensively, this team plays a very strong game. We lose sight of that a lot because we continue to talk about goaltending, but this team still plays a really good defensive game. All right, without further ado, because I now feel like, you know what, you've built it up so much that it never lives up to what you're the hype. Here is Linus Ullmark post-game comments from tonight.
Can you just walk us through the emotions of the day and throughout the game?
Well, it kind of felt like, I've said it before, I felt like I came out of retirement during practices because I didn't have a real practice since before Christmas. So it's been a battle coming back, and the same thing happened now as well. I felt like I've been gone for so long that there was an excitement, I was nervous, and which I haven't been in a long time. And that's positive.
Good feeling.
Yeah.
Guessing that there were more than one or two heavy exhales as well.
Oh yeah. No, at the end there, also during lineup, it was really hard holding it together, and I didn't want to hold it together. Also, it's one of the things that I've been working on. It's not just letting the feelings flow a little bit. It's nothing bad about that in a way. So I was really happy with that we got a win today as well, and we had some fortunate bounces coming our way as well.
What did you think of your team's play here tonight?
Grady, we talked about that we weren't really that sharp in the first period, and they came out to play, so we were a little bit on our heels. But then we started slowly but surely raising our game. We started doing the good things that we've done the last couple of ones, and then we pouched when we had the opportunity and killed the game.
What did it mean to you to have the support of the fans, particularly before the game, the video tribute, they had a mini video tribute for you. Well, I mean, you were probably not at it.
No, I was probably here.
Yeah, exactly. But also even before puck drop, you're in your net, the spotlights are on you, they say your name, you look up, you pound your chest. What did that mean for you to have that ovation from everyone?
I said it out there, there's a lot of things that we take for granted when it comes to hockey in general, and as players, we play 82 games in a short amount of time, so you don't really have time to take a step back and think about what you're actually doing. I had a moment to do that, and I'm really thankful for the support from the fans during the warm-ups, during the anthems, and all that, and throughout the game as well. But the biggest thing is that it's been the support in this locker room. It's been tremendous ever since day one, and I can't thank enough this whole organization. I can't thank them enough.
Linus, I think the official skated up to you, I think 2 or 3 minutes into the game, and had a little chat with you. It was nice to get that support too. And does it show how small the community of this game is?
Yeah, we were just shooting shit out there talking about where we're going to go for dinner. So, no, it wasn't. No, but they're good guys. Like I like the refs. I like every single one of them. I even played with Justin back in Rochester, so I know him fairly well. And I've always had a good relationship with them. And it's also one of the things you take a little bit for granted. But then when they come up and say that they're happy to have me back and see me in the net, it speaks volumes about them as persons as well.
When did you let the team know you were going to play? When did you target this game?
I didn't target anything. One of the things that I started doing was just take it day by day. My hope and my dream was to play on a road trip, but that wasn't possible. I wasn't feeling it was up to snuff. Things wasn't really. There were some doubts, and I said I'm gonna have to be 100% if I'm gonna go back. And slowly but surely, this week, things have gotten in the right direction, and there's been things on my checklist that I've checked off, together with Petey and Dominic and those guys, to make me feel like I'm ready. And then there's always going to be doubts when push comes to shove. Like there's never really a perfect game to come back. It could be, but it's almost like a little bit of a ripping the Band-Aid off. You're gonna have to try it out and see how it goes. And I felt like I was in a good enough place where I felt confident in my game. I felt confident in my physical abilities to go out there and perform tonight.
How did you feel like you processed your emotions tonight, Linus?
Sorry?
How did you feel like you processed your emotions tonight, Linus?
It's all right. It's a lot, but well, what can I say? We won, we played well, made some timely saves, which makes things easier. You know, maybe if I go out there and let in 3 goals in the first period, I wouldn't be standing here being a little bit cheerful or that sort of thing. So it all comes down to those sort of things as well. So the end result is what we all play for. It's all what everybody thinks about and how everybody cares about, standing on the outside. But for me, myself, it's been an eye-opener really how important the process is. Not just for me, but for the team in general.
Can you just take us through that moment you come off the ice and you can hear the roar of the room of what that was like?
When?
At the end of the game.
Like after I was out there after a game?
Yeah.
Yeah, what can I say? Fantastic and love, really.
So there it is. So normally we wouldn't play a 6.5 minute clip. So I just think it was important to hear it all. The thing at the end, though, when I asked him about what it was like to come back into the room, so I'm sure the video will come out on Sens TV probably tomorrow or later tonight. You can hear, so as we stand, we line up and wait outside. We're probably, I don't know, 50 feet away or 30 feet away from the room, but it is as loud as I've ever heard a player walking into a room. I will say that. And you could see on the ice, I'm not sure how much Sportsnet showed, but every player came out to congratulate Linus on the victory. You could see all that emotion play out. It was a big win for this group, without question.
Nice. Yeah, Zoe's been saying it in the chat. Sportsnet did not show much.
She just said they didn't show, just before we hammer on, they just didn't show the 3-star interview, but I'm not sure how much they showed of the all the players coming up.
It wasn't much. I was surprised how honest he was. Like, you guys talked about it on the main show about him probably wanting to come back, like when the team's on the road.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that he admitted, even though we all thought it. I'm surprised that he admitted that that's what he wanted. Does that surprise you?
No, not at all. And one of the reasons is there's no media that travels on the road, right? So
that's why, right?
So you don't have, like, now give me, like, you guys heard the scrum. There wasn't a lot of questions that were hard hitting, but you just get away from all of it. There's no distractions of anybody being in the room, of a media member. Like, there's obviously the visiting media, but it's not nearly the same. So you get to kind of just do your own thing. And that's probably a big deal without the emotions. And plus the crowd, right? You get to play that game without having the emotional attachment of having everybody cheering for you, the signs, all that stuff. It is a big, I don't know if distraction is the right word, but it is a lot to take in as you're trying to play a game and just come back. And like he said, if he had allowed 3 goals in the first period, we're probably not having this conversation. It's probably a lot different by the end of the game.
Fair enough. But yeah, just the general sentiment of that, like, it's really just don't take things for granted. There's bigger things out there in hockey, which, I mean, a lot of us forget about.
Yeah, we lose, but in anything we do, like in any job for that matter, we sometimes lose track of that. Like, I got to get this done, or I got to, in his case, I got to win this game, or be like an hour after the game, it doesn't matter, right? It's that's when it becomes, your life, and so we can all appreciate it. We don't always listen to it and take our own advice, but we can appreciate what it's like knowing that there are bigger things in life.
Another thing we see a lot in this type of situation is, when a player comes back, I mean, media, fans, they're always saying, hey, it's been XYZ. It felt so long.
Yeah.
But he agreed with that feeling, which I feel it's not something you see a lot in this type of situation. I don't know. That's just my observation.
Well, a month off in the middle of the season is massive. And right. So like, I think a month off in the middle of, like he said, almost at the beginning, I think at the beginning, he said, it felt like I was coming out of retirement.
Yeah.
And I know it's a little, obviously, like, okay, it's a little exaggeration, but we always talk about, preseason is one level, regular season is another. And then as the season goes along, especially after Christmas, things get ramped up. I think it was Paul McLean used to say the hamster on the treadmill, it's a little bit quicker. And so now it's a sprint compared to what it was in preseason. So being a month out at this time of the year is a massive thing to deal with. And so he came back. He looked really good, right? Like that's the Linus Ullmark that we had hoped to see all season long. That save in the second period is massive. I just thought he was calm and composed. There was just nothing that anybody went like, okay, let's wait a sec. You never felt that tonight.
A .963 save percentage is better than average, which is more than what we've been asking.
We'll
right?
take that any day. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Last thing I want your opinion on. Refs obviously got the call right on the overturned goal. But in the rink, watching the replay, how quickly were you like? Yeah.
Oh, no. I thought most of us thought it would probably be a goal.
Really?
And the only because here's the thing, Cody. You don't always know what's going to happen, right, in these calls. And when they call it a goal on the ice, it has to be substantial to overturn it. And the only thing I could think of is that it hits sticks. It hits Ullmark's stick before it goes in. Like there's a little now. Like if you ask me, did he close his hand and throw the puck towards the net and all that? 100%. You just never know if the ref is going to actually call it that way or how they're going to interpret it. So I wasn't convinced that was coming back.
Okay, because I thought it would be coming back, but I'm surprised that they made the decision so quickly. Like it took 60 seconds of review before they made. It
wasn't bad. Yeah.
So I thought that it was gonna be a long review, but it did end up getting overturned. Just but
I don't think you can review closing your like. I don't think you can review the hand on the puck. I only think you can review if he's throwing it, the throwing motion, if I'm not mistaken. You should have looked that up while you were watching.
I did. But even
what's the rule say?
Well, that's what I was getting to. Like the wording of the rule is like that. Like that's what bothers me. The wording is the player has to immediately put the puck down. So, and then there's obviously the whole gain an advantage part of it. But Connor Brown takes the puck and takes like a stride and a half ish towards Ullmark and puts it down. So to me, that's the part where I was, is that considered immediately? And that's obviously up to the refs. Yeah. And again, like the closing the hand on the puck, like that happens a million times a game, as long as it.
So that's why I wasn't convinced. Right? I wasn't convinced that. I just thought, but he's like traveling in basketball.
Yeah.
Like
I think that's something I could think of. Exactly that on the broadcast.
Oh, did it? Okay. That makes sense because it felt like in hockey sense, it's a long time. It feels like it's a really long time, even though it's a split second, but you're like, yeah, I don't think you're allowed to do that. But I didn't know because it hit sticks before it went in if they were going to call it back. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely had some doubt. That's fair enough.
Hey, but the hockey, I don't know if I call it hockey gods, but the Tim Stutzle goal shortly thereafter is like, if I'm not mistaken, it goes off of the D, right? Does it go straight in? I feel like, am I wrong? That goal is just a huge goal for them, and to, I guess, salt it away, if you will, with that 3-1 at that point.
Zoe, away coming from you.
Yeah, see, are the people clearing pot gonna escort you out, or are you cool with them? I don't know.
He's actually part of the Harlem Globetrotters, so he's gonna.
So you know what? There used to be a Robert Skywalker Wallace that played for the Harlem Globetrotters. So naturally, I'm pretty athletic. It's in the family.
You say Robert Skywalker Wallace?
Yeah, Robert Skywalker Wallace.
That's sick. That's sick. Yep. So the Stutzle goal, it doesn't hit a defender, but it does bounce off of Allen to get it.
Oh, okay. I just knew that it went in awkwardly. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward going in, but the fact that the response came so quickly, like that's probably huge for the momentum of the game. Because
I don't want to. How'd you do in your parlay, by the way? Because your parlays picking is terrible.
Wow.
It's you know what? Have you picked any parlay correct this year?
Well, I don't do parlays. I do singular bets.
Okay, so all right,
but
of the three single bets that you've shown, have you ever nailed all three?
Like 2-3 times before?
No, I think that doesn't sound like you're very confident.
Annie, are you in the chat? You're keeping up.
I just missed mine.
We talked about this last show. We literally talked about this last show.
Oh, did
too.
you? Okay. Claude Giroux let me down. I just needed one more shot from him.
I had him or Pinto scoring, so I was kind of holding my breath at the end. But no, like the way you do your parlays, which I respect it honestly, because that's probably the way you should do it. But you put down a lot of things that are relatively likely to happen, but you just put a lot of them.
Yeah,
I have 3 things that are relatively unlikely.
Yeah, but see, that's not going to make you any money if that's what your point is.
But I'm higher risk, higher reward. I'm looking for the deals out there. I'm looking for the deals.
All right. Okay, I'll give it to you. All right.
Like,
listen.
Like I had Ullmark getting a shutout. Like, obviously that's high risk, high reward. But that was a plus 675 odds.
Yeah, but that's nonsensical.
So first it was Zoe, then it was Annie, now it's you. Just bullying my friends on you.
Oh wait, who's this? Josh. Wally, just say you're the GM of the Washington Generals. Their record is about as good as Cody's betting. That, you know what? That's fair. That is 100% accurate.
That hurts.
And by the way, Cody doesn't know who the Washington Generals are.
Oh, I thought he just meant the Commanders, but I'm gonna have to
Cody.
Google.
So although I think it's changed recently, the Harlem Globetrotters always play the Washington Generals, and the Washington Generals always lose, except I think like twice in their history. It may have changed. Yeah, they used to just they would lose every game.
Just played against the Globetrotters?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Oh, and then they'd get guys from like, oh.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, I didn't know that.
Hey, listen, stick with me. I'll teach you lots.
Yeah. First meatloaf, now this.
Yeah. What a night.
Then how not to hit a deer before that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a big one too.
I didn't learn that one. You learned that the hard way.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that was a long show. What else happened in the game tonight? Dylan Cousins picked up his 100th career goal. Good for him. I think he's played extremely well.
How about that second line, eh?
It's really effective.
Yeah.
That they've played some really good hockey. Whether it shows up on a nightly basis on the score sheet, like I always feel like they're always on the plus side. I'm sure there are games
in a point per game since he's playing on that line. If that's for what that's worth.
Yeah, I mean, probably Brady's close to that too.
Maybe, yeah. I didn't check him, but yeah.
Yeah, I just think all those lines. We're all, it's easier when you win to all say they're all playing great, but I think as a group, all those lines seem to be able to contribute on a nightly basis.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's the fourth line, so there's only so much you can do. I'd like to see just more of them, especially Halliday. Well, but obviously,
as in more ice time.
Yeah.
Okay, but so
Halliday had 4 minutes.
Which players are you going to keep off the ice?
See that? Well, that's
right?
The offsetting part, right?
And by the way, like Halliday just came back.
Yeah, no, for tonight, I understand, but all 3 of them getting under 10 minutes, just.
But that's a fourth line.
4-1 game. Yeah, but on a 4-1 game.
But it wasn't 4-1. There was 1-1 going in the third period.
Yeah. People in the chat are saying we should one-on-one basketball.
Oh, 100%.
You're so athletic.
100%. I got most improved player, I think, in grade 10 basketball. So
that was what, in 1834?
Just before Canada became a country. Yes, I believe that was when I was playing in high school.
Oh, what was Johnny McDonald like? Was he in your class?
No, he was the year after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You said you didn't get a word on Chabot, right?
No, and I'm not. No. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but I haven't heard.
They called it precautionary measures, which
they always do.
Does that not usually mean that it's like gives you a little bit of confidence though?
Well, they always just say, "Hey, he's being taken out to be reevaluated or precautionary." It's a bunch of word salad at that time because they're just going to have to look it over. They'll reassess it the next day. depending how serious it is, an MRI, whatever. So they just saves them. They just make up a tweet to say he's not coming back.
Okay.
I mean, hey, precautionary is better than it's broken, but they normally rarely ever say, and I'm not suggesting it is, I'm just saying if it's a serious injury, they rarely would say it the night of the injury anyway.
Okay.
But he's battled through a few wrist injuries, and that's why I'm like, man.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I'm hoping he's okay. He looked uncomfortable. I'm just hoping he's okay.
Yeah. Sanderson ended up getting 26 minutes of ice time after that too, which is a lot.
So tonight is the night for me that Jake Sanderson showed how good he is, and not because of offensively. And I know there was a couple of times that he was dangling people.
Mm-hmm.
He reminded me of the Erik Karlsson, where Erik would be at the goal line in the offensive zone trying to score a goal, and the puck would be turned over, and he'd still be the first guy back. That to me was Jake Sanderson tonight. Like, it would just come out of nowhere. It's like, no, I got this. I got it. And that, I thought he was outstanding tonight.
Yeah. I mean, how many times did I hear Jake Sanderson, the human eraser, on the broadcast tonight? So he looked good. But, I mean, is it necessarily tonight, or is it just in general? He looks good, right?
No, it is. And it is. And so we take it for granted, right? Because we just see it on it was almost like when Erik Karlsson was winning Norris's. We're like, that's just Erik being Erik. But so we always get asked out of towners, like, what's Jake Sanderson like, or all that stuff. And we kind of like sheepishly go, like, he's really, really good. And people are like, oh, you're like hometown bias. But like tonight showed, if you were to watch that game as an out of towner, you would see how good Jake Sanderson was. I think that may have been his, I'm going to use recency bias, but I think that was one of his best games of the season.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, he played great against Colorado too, but no, that's totally fair.
And that's the problem of trying to assess. Like, I just watched this game so I can, but like, just he's always there. And there's some really stupid little plays that sometimes just go unnoticed. There's a delayed penalty, but instead of him just staying where he probably would be tucked closer to the net, he just stops, comes out and gets it. Like, he's just always in the right spot for a lot of times. I like I said, I thought he was exceptional tonight.
Nice. Did Green ever talk any more about putting Mike Yeo on the penalty kill, apart from,
No.
It's a new voice? No, because
No,
5 for 5 on the penalty kill is not something we'd see earlier.
But there were stretches where the PK was getting better. And if you look back, there was a few games where it had its moments, but for the most part, it has been getting better. But here's do we all think that Mike Yeo is in the office and they're discussing the penalty kill and he's just sitting over there going, man, I could probably help this right now. Like, they're all having these meetings, right? Like,
no, I know, but
so that's why it does. I know I just think they're a lot more aggressive. I don't know if Mike has promised them all $1 million by the end of the year if they kill every. Like, I'm being facetious. Obviously, I don't know what the difference. I just know that they're being a lot more aggressive, and I'm not sure if that's Mike Yeo or whatnot. But they've been better.
The correlation's there. Like, since the announcement, the results are better. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
so I was just wondering.
I know what you're saying. I just have a tough time thinking they didn't have any of these discussions before, and that's fair. The only issue.
That's super fair. It's just an observation
because it wasn't that. I mean, the penalty or the power play. What were they tonight? 1 for 2 for 3. 2 for 3.
Yeah,
they haven't been great on the power play. I don't remember hearing everybody going, "Well, Alfie needs to get fired."
Well, Alfie's untouchable in this town, also.
But try to stay on point here. Everybody left the power play alone, saying, "Oh, we'll just figure it out." Right? But it wasn't doing very well either. I just thought a lot of people jumped on Nolan Baumgartner, and it probably isn't as bad the way he is coaching as it's made out to be. But this going 5 for 5 on the penalty kill right now isn't helping my case. I understand.
I mean, at the end of the day, there's always a scapegoat, right? But the result is you have a power play or a penalty kill, that was 32nd in the NHL, and you have a power play that never got out of the top 10, even when they were going through those drier spells.
But here's the thing: what is their PK at home? It's like top 10, if I'm not mistaken. And what are the last 3 games? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the last 3 games have all been at home.
Okay.
If I have enough time to do this while I'm still
But at
having
the
this
same time,
conversation
like,
with
do
you.
they play differently at home on the PK? Like, I get to get the change.
I know, which is weird. They don't get to get the change because you have your set PK. So it's not like, oh, we got to make sure we get this line out. Like, you have your basically a 3 group rotation of penalty killers. You get to have them out. I always laugh at why is it so different, but for whatever reason, it is a different penalty kill at home. I don't know if I can find this in time. I will try.
Josh is asking, I laugh when Cousins had to serve Shabby's penalty that Travis just sent him because he's the most comfortable in the box. You ever seen the movie the Tooth Fairy with the Rock?
No.
So in the movie, he's basically like at the start of the movie, he's like a hockey goon. And
okay, I don't want to. Sorry, before people jump all over me. Right now, their penalty kill is 15th at home, 32nd overall, and 30th overall, 32nd on the road, 15th at home.
So it's bang on average.
Yeah, but there's a big difference between being 15th and being 32nd.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
That's like at home they just for whatever reason have better numbers. Sorry. Please continue with your Tooth Fairy story.
Yeah. So, anyways, he's a pro hockey player. And at one point, he gets a penalty because he knocks a guy's tooth out, and he goes to the penalty box, and then they got like the regular penalty box, and then on the side of it, there's a door, and it said like reserved for whatever his character's name is, and then he walks, and it's like a big old he's got a lazy boy. He puts his feet up, and it's like reserved for him because he spent so much time in the penalty box. Sorry, Josh, that's just what I thought when it came to your comment. See, I'm cultured too, Wally.
No.
I watch movies too that you don't.
Did you
watch.
see the blank look on my face of the guy in a lazy boy inside a special penalty box?
It's funny. But anyways, we're talking about Cousins being comfortable in a penalty box. Okay.
Okay. Please continue.
That's all I had to say. I mean, actually, well, to Josh's question, like, why is it always Cousins serving those type of penalties? Is it just?
Oh, it's usually Brady.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what and that's Brady's line, but Cousins doesn't kill him either, so it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah, just doesn't kill penalties. I mean, I covered all of my stuff before you
I know. I apologize. I tried to be quicker.
Come on, man. Come on. Is there any other player that really stood out to you tonight?
I thought Tim Stutzle played a pretty good game.
Okay.
Before he had scored, I thought he had a pretty good game. I think he's been. I know people like to have their opinions on Tim. Is a very what's the word I'm trying to think of? People have their opinions one way or another. I think he's an exceptional player, and I thought tonight he was really, really good. But he wasn't getting rewarded for it until the end. I don't know that we appreciate how good Tim Stutzle is sometimes.
Well, I mean, he's the number 1 center. He's the most talented guy on the team.
Some people would argue about most talented player on the team. Maybe they would say Jake Sanderson.
Most talented forward.
Oh, so now we see, right? I think he's the most talented player. I've said this before. Probably one of the top 5 players in the league I would pay to watch.
Fair. That's a fair thing to say.
He's just fun to watch. Does he turn the puck over sometimes? 100%. But I also think Alex Ovechkin used to lead the league in turnovers. No one ever said, "Hey, can you not score goals and play a better defensive game?" Except Dale Hunter. Dale Hunter did try to convince him to do that. I just love watching Tim Stutzle play because you have no idea what he's doing. He's completely unpredictable, and I think that's fun. And at the end of the day, this is the entertainment industry.
Since when do people call you burnt?
What are you talking about?
I love this.
Burnt and toasty. Yeah, toasty.
I'm so happy that Andy doesn't have that toasty clip, by the way. But burnt? People don't call you burnt? That's the first time I hear that.
Listen, I get called lots. So
before you came in, we were like, I wonder which version we're getting. Is it spicy or salty? Wally? To be honest, I still haven't figured it out which one we're getting right now.
Oh, this
You're
is more
pretty
like
mild
Ty
today,
Wally. I got no issues.
Yeah.
It's a good day.
good.
They played. Hey, look, they played well. I'm just. They're getting results that they probably should have gotten earlier on. They're getting better goaltending, which they probably should have gotten earlier on. All that stuff has led to them where they are. Like, I really think that the last 3 games have shown what this team is. Unfortunately, they've dug themselves a hole I'm not sure they can get out of. But right now, this is a team that can win games if given the opportunity. And we've all, like, early on, we're like, we gotta fire the coach. We got to trade every player. No, they're actually a pretty good team. They just weren't getting any saves, as we've talked about ad nauseum. It feels like,
Weird Why saying it's burnt because that's how he likes his steaks. Fair enough. The Sens now 8 points behind Boston for the wild card spot with a game in hand, though. I mean, all hope is not lost.
that Atlantic division.
Oh my God, it's a pain, isn't it?
And we knew it'd be tough coming in. We all thought it was going to be 5 teams from that division get into the playoffs. But man, what a dogfight it's going to be.
Turns out it's all of them.
Yeah, right.
Seriously.
Again, I will petition to go back to the 1-8 seeding, but no one's listening to me.
Call Gary real quick. Do you
Be,
have his number?
I have his email, but
oh really?
Yeah.
You should just send him one phrase.
No,
1 to 8. Please.
No. It's not, no. It will be like they do have a ton of games in April at home. I think they play 1 road game, maybe 2. I think it's 1. So we'll see how this plays out. But yeah, I'm just concerned the hole might be too big here.
Andy, do you have the February schedule heading in before the Olympic break?
We got 3 games.
3 games left, all away.
Yeah.
Like
all winnable. Carolina's missable. By the way, this is the first time Ottawa's beaten New Jersey at home in 4 years. They had lost 5 straight games in New Jersey. I know I sidetracked you there. Sorry. They go into Pittsburgh.
But whatever.
Okay. It sounds more authoritative when it comes from me.
Sounds saltier.
Carolina's a tough game. That'll be interesting to see. Philadelphia, they can win in. Pittsburgh, they can win in. Man, if they can head in with 2 more to 3 games, possibly wins.
Yeah.
All is not lost, but boy, is it an uphill climb.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been
That's very prophetic, eh? Yeah.
It's an uphill climb.
Put that on
some
t-shirts.
You guys are on a roll with t-shirt designs, eh? After last
I got
show.
a new one coming. We'll see. Well, I'm not sure about it.
It's not the never mind. How big is like getting momentum heading into the Olympic break? Like, do you guys talk about that at all?
No, because
really,
if they go, so let me just put it to you this way, because you used to always get excited, like, oh, you got momentum with 3 straight games. You go into Pittsburgh and suddenly you're down 3-0. Well, none of that momentum really matters anymore, right? So, it builds in each game. It's tough to carry over game after game. It just because every game just becomes different. Could be an injury, could be a different guy out of the lineup. Like all that stuff matters. We like to think that they have momentum of a couple of wins, but most of the time it changes in game for that matter.
Okay.
But obviously there's no doubt if you start winning games, you feel better about yourself, but that doesn't necessarily mean in game, you're just going to roll through the game because you feel good about yourself. The other team wants to win too. That's my point.
Fair enough. Zoe's asking, did you wear your Linus to Victory t-shirt today?
I did not. I did not.
Unfortunate.
That
is unfortunate. I bet he would have loved to just sign that.
I'm not sure. I will have to try and get some more printed and get them on the website.
All right.
By the way, CIHsens.shop. CIHsens.shop. Just throwing that out there.
CIHsens.shop. So just looking ahead, 3 games away, obviously. Pittsburgh, Carolina, back to back. Like you said, winnable games. Yep. Sorry, Andy. I'm getting you to pull the other thing up. Like it just feels like a quick streak of games, obviously. But Pittsburgh, the next game, it'll be me and JMO back for that post-game show next Monday. What do you see in Pittsburgh? Like, what's the big problem with them? Is it a guy named Sidney Crosby or whatever his name is?
No, like right now the problems are only with Ottawa. Ottawa just needs to figure out a way to win games. it's their games. Like, just take care of your game, and you should be okay. I think Ottawa's a better team than Pittsburgh. They should, if they play the right way, they should be victorious. Like, it's that, and it doesn't matter what Pittsburgh does if Ottawa can play and play that 60-minute game. Like, I felt tonight was like the last two games, arguably full complete games. I don't know that anybody can complain about the way that the team went through their four lines, despite that you want Stephen Halliday to play 82 of the 60 minutes. Right? Like, hey, if they can continue to play that way, they will find wins more often than not. And I think that goes into Pittsburgh.
He's over a point per 60 minutes. I'm just saying. Jake is asking, or sorry, saying you're surprised you didn't give Eli a coming in a hot mug. But you said, like,
he can afford to buy one.
But you said, like, if they play the right way, what is the right way? Like you said, a complete game tonight. Is it just like,
is that not self-explanatory? Well, take care of your own end, be on the right side of the puck. All play, I hate to use the connected term, but that's become the catchphrase in the National Hockey League these days. All play that way. Like, every line plays a simple game. Don't get caught. Don't make dumb decisions. Manage the game. And they manage the game really well right now.
All right, that's fair enough.
And by the way, saves. It's simple as, and I forget who told me, and I can't remember if I heard it off camera or if Travis Green or somebody said it, but they, like, whoever told me was like, never have I seen the league so focused on goaltending becoming like the most important part of the game as this year. And that's pretty straight on. Like, goaltending has become the number one factor this season without question.
Yeah. Wally, thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I know we've been talking about it, but I appreciate you hurrying up out of the room, getting that. You're a great addition to this show.
I hope I can get a raise for being on this show.
Hey, it's not me you gotta ask.
No.
It's a pretty salty guy who's in charge of that.
I will say I just appreciate everybody sticking around to listen.
Seriously,
the chat. I do love the post game show chat. I think it's phenomenal. So to everybody who's watching, much appreciated.
Guys, we have a better chat than the main show. It's okay.
Well, that's because we much more serious on the main show, and we don't have time for chit chat.
Oh yeah, as if, eh? No, we don't do serious here. We do overreacting to everything. That's no.
Oh yes,
Toasty.
Oh, Andy from the top rope. Say no more. Just say good night.
Good night, guys. Thanks for watching. I thought I escaped that. We'll see you Monday
night. See you, everybody.
You've been watching Coming in Hotter, your home for Sens post-game coverage all season long. We're live after every game. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a show.